Hey guys, how we doing? Back with another video from Taku, and we are biggest flexes in anime number 5. Obviously everyone's been smashing that like button on his videos. I highly suggest you do that. I don't know what the like goal is going to be on this one, but it's getting higher, so it must be about the 70,000s, I think. Basically, every time he's done one of these babies, like, I'll do another one within a week if it gets so many likes. It's so clever because they're getting so many views because of it. Though it gives him more of an incentive to do another one. And the flexes that he comes up with are just absolutely awesome. That One Piece one with Zoro, nothing happened. Amazing. Escanor, amazing. So many massive flexes in anime. But let's do this. Biggest flexes in anime, number 5.
I have never worked on a series of YouTube videos that with every installment in the series I'm loving it more.
It's amazing.
Because I think that I have the greatest flexes of the entire series in this very video.
In this one, okay.
And this is episode 5, goddammit, this is amazing. Some of your comments
These are
phenomenal, so let me know your favorite flexes below and I can incorporate them into future videos. However, the proviso, gotta get this video to over 70,000
Damn.
likes. The last one, you got over 60,000.
Well, he did it on the last one.
When you managed to succeed, so we're raising the bar even higher. 70,000 likes, and the next flex video will be out within a week. But I warn you in advance, this one will blow your pants off.
Yeah?
And I really wanted to start with Fairy Tail.
Okay.
Because despite the hate it gets, it has some prime A-class flexing that should not go without saying. Now, I mentioned that I only do one character in each of these, so I'm going to be talking about Natsu's flexes.
Okay.
And I will be saving certain other flexes from the series for a future part, provided you get this to 70,000 likes, and also follow me on Twitch. Okay, that's not exactly one of the provisos, but I'm planning on starting to stream on Twitch.
Cool.
Anyway, for the first several minutes, let's talk and gush over the beautiful flexes of my boy Natsu Dragny.
Okay.
As we know, whenever anime tries to hype something up, you know, get our characters super badass and surprise us with epic flexes, the first thing you gotta do is make a time skip. We don't want to watch years of grueling training. Hell no, skip that shiz. Get us the protagonist or whatever after his journey to beat bad guys' tushies. And Natsu does this. In fact, Fairy Tail is so badass, there are 2 time skips.
Oh,
There's the 7-year into the future time skip after Tenro Island, as well as the 1-year time skip after fighting the Tartaros
The
Guild.
1 year
so
time skip.
naturally, both arcs post those
I really did fall off Fairy Tail,
did
did I? Jesus.
Flexo mucho, muchacho. That is the extent of my Spanish, I apologize. First, I'm going to talk about the second of the time skips, because Fairy Tail did a hell of a lot of flexing in the Grand Magic Games, and I will be saving that for in a few moments.
Okay.
First, after a year where the Fairy Tail Guild was disbanded, there's the Grand Magic Games. And in the Grand Magic Games, all of the strongest wizards in the country meet up to compete to see which is the strongest wizarding guild. Very cool. It's a very epic tournament, and unfortunately, since Fairy Tail was disbanded at this point, they were not present. But as the finals were approaching, and there were the 2 strongest wizarding guilds left in the arena, Natsu, after a year of badass training, walks onto the stage and says, "Hey, anyone here want to fight?" And from the sheer aura he was giving off, and he did not realize because he was trading in caves and shiz last year, he didn't even know how strong he became. But just by getting ready to fight, he melted the entire arena and accidentally defeated both finalist teams. Now, this is he made a muscle on his arm and defeated the 2 strongest wizarding
That's
guilds
ridiculous.
We knew that Fairy Tail was going to go up against Seraph, their most powerful adversary.
Oh my god, that is so unreal.
We knew that there needed to be some hella training and for our characters to get a lot stronger. No one expected this. It was great to see Natsu again. It was wonderful to see him walk into the arena. And honestly, I think everyone was expecting, oh my god, he's going to like fight both guilds at once or something.
But then just doesn't.
No, he inadvertently melts them both, as well as the rest of the
Oh
arena.
my
This
god.
was a mad flex.
That's ridiculous.
It was incredible. And every single fight Natsu gets in the arc between the time skip and meeting Seraph, Natsu just flexes on everyone. It takes like 1,000,000 bad dudes, that was a slight exaggeration, I just don't remember the number, to summon Super God Ultimate Mountain Monster Guy. And they're like, oh my god, Super God Ultimate Mountain Monster Guy is so powerful. And Natsu just like one-shots him. Or you got a guy, Blue Note. Blue Note was slapping Fairy Tail, Natsu included, during the Tenro Island arc. It took Knock-Off Shanks, otherwise known as Guildarts, to defeat him in the past. And Natsu just walks up to the guy. No matter what gravity jutsu shiz he's pulling out of his tuchus, Natsu annihilates him immediately. Natsu is a master flexer, but nothing comes close to what I am about to say. These are just overpowering fights. They aren't per se flexes. Now, here are some flexes. I understand this is a bit of a spoiler. However, I feel like Fairy Tail is one of those things that either you watched and you like, you watched and you don't like, or you didn't watch and don't really intend to watch because there's a hell of a lot of stuff out there. I do recommend Fairy Tail if it's your style show, and if it is your type, you will love it. So, spoiler warning for the Grand Magic Games arc, Fairy Tail had to go through a 7-year time skip to avoid destruction by the hands of Acnologia. Really powerful dragon monster dude, not the point right now. So, naturally, the balance of power among the magic guilds in the land of Fiore has shifted drastically. This new guild, Sabretooth, popped up during those 7 years, and it has become the strongest guild. It wins everything, and since all of Fairy Tail's core elite strongest members were sent 7 years into the future, the Fairy Tail Guild had its name very smeared, and they were coming into this competition as the underdogs, despite the fact that it was stated that they were tied with Phantom Lord to be the strongest guild in Fiore in the past. Now, with all these warriors, jumping forward 7 years, everyone knew it would be more of a challenge, but no one expected it to be quite as challenging as it was. To get my point across, there were these massive preliminary rounds where every guild picked their 5 strongest wizards to make a squad to see if that squad can win the preliminary rounds to get into the top 8 to enter the actual tournament. So, of course, naturally, Sabretooth won first place, big surprise. Natsu's group won 8th place out of 8, so everyone was like, Fairy Tail just barely made it. They're about to be destroyed. But little did everyone know, Fairy Tail actually made 2 squads of 5 members each, and they also made it to 2nd place.
Oh my god.
That they were able to divide their strongest guys into 2 groups and both of them make the tournament, that is epic. But despite that, Sabretooth still won first, and Sabretooth was pretty much wrecking the competition because their team was ridiculously overpowered. They had like a God Slayer and 2 Dragon Slayers and 1 Whammon that I'm still not exactly sure what she does. She does these portal-y shiz, and 1 dude that could copy anyone's magic because we need one of those in literally every single show ever, including basketball anime. Sabretooth is flexing non-stop, and I'm not mentioning those flexes because they aren't nearly badass enough to talk about here. We're talking about prime badass flexing only, and Natsu accomplished that in spades. One of Sabretooth's flexes inadvertently hurt someone and it pissed off Natsu, so Natsu just stormed their guild and beat up their guild leader before the fight even started.
Oh, wow.
And was like, alright, I'll see you in the ring. And everyone's like, oh, what? This guy's actually pretty good. But you caught us off guard, we will destroy you. And in the epic battle of Dragon Slayers, Natsu and Gajeel versus Sting and Rogue being the light and dark Dragon Slayers of the Sabretooth Guild, who were both flexing non-stop the entire time.
Makes sense, they're all Dragon Slayers.
This fight was epic. It's everything I want in a Fairy Tail fight and more. At first, Natsu and Gajeel are fighting them, and it looks like Sting and Rogue are winning. You know, most shonen
Obviously,
fights, bad guys win in the
Make bad guys look like they have got the upper hand,
But then it turned out that Natsu and Gajeel were just seeing what they could do. They weren't even trying to fight back. It's not like they were losing in the beginning. They just wanted to see the extent of the opponents they're fighting against, so they know how much power they are going to need to
have to use.
This in itself is a huge flex, a massive flex, but it's completely overshadowed by what's to come, because they're up against Sting and Rogue, 2 of the strongest wizards in the entire country, and Natsu picks up Gajeel, throws him in a mining cart, and chucks him off a cliff! And since all Dragon Slayers have motion sickness, Gajeel gets all sick and boobly, and Gajeel cannot return to the fight.
Oh no!
Natsu ditched his teammates so he could fight them
2-on-1. That's amazing.
It's not even close. He
That's
completely
amazing.
crushes them. Chucking Gajeel off the cliff, a massive flex.
That's
Beating
class.
both Sting and Rogue without even unleashing his full power, i.e. Lightning Dragon shiz, is a massive flex. But what made this flex feel, what really hit me about this, is the emotional build-up to all of it. Fairy Tail, the guild, is the protagonist of the Fairy Tail series, and our heart is entwined with that guild more than it's entwined with any individual character. I mean, I love Natsu and shiz and whatever, but not as much as
everyone's
like
the dynamic between them all is so much fun to watch when they're in that guild hall.
By absolutely slaughtering the adversaries that were putting them down. This isn't some massive fight to save the world. This is a fight to save face of my guild, Fairy Tail. I wanted to talk about this first on this video, and I understand this is a very long segment. Don't worry, I still have 7 more flexes prepared for this video, because I feel like I'm the only anime YouTuber that really gives Fairy Tail recognition.
You do. No one else seems to be talking about Fairy Tail, Nux, just saying.
You want to throw at it, as well as making fun of it plot-wise and power scaling-wise, but the heart and soul is there, and every fight, every moment, moment encapsulates that heart and soul to its entirety. The more you watch of it, the more you feel like you actually are a part of this fairy tale. And watching the guild that you love so much smeared through the mud by two individuals, and Natsu, one guy
just
who did
beating them down,
absolutely flexed on them and annihilating them, was beautiful. Whatever you want to say about fairy tale, the feels are there, and they are integral to all the core moments in the entire story. Next! Yes, I'm sorry, that was a long one, but this one is Xayalaparo
Bleach! Cool!
And when he fought against Uryu and Renji. So as you know, Uryu and Renji are two absolutely useless characters in Bleach. Okay, I'll take that back because
Renji's alright.
Renji fanboys out there.
There you go.
Hiding beneath clouds of dust,
Hi.
presumably, because I've never met them. Ha! Suck it, Renji and Uryu fanboys! I'm sorry.
Oh, Renji's cool.
Whenever a character in Bleach does something badass and has these badass moments that we're like, oh my god, this guy's actually pretty cool. You know for a fact that in the next arc, he will be borderline useless. I know, it's kind of sad, but that's sort of how
yeah,
Bleach
Renji got his bank high, and then the next arc
doesn't
doesn't do anything with it. It's like,
We're fighting these hollow guys, and they were like number 140 billion or whatever number they came up with. But it was
They did have
irrelevant
numbers
fights.
with it.
The point is they were fighting nameless opponents. So, you know, if you want to give them a W over a nameless opponent, that's pretty cool. But in the long run, it doesn't matter because, as we know, every self-dignified evil organization needs to have a number. There are the 10
true.
Espada.
Yes.
There needs to be that number there. We need to know exactly how many opponents there are, or else I don't know what we're gonna do. The villains are just gonna be ashamed to go to the villain pub, talk to other villain organizations, and they'll be like, yeah, we didn't actually give our guys a number. They would be laughed out of the establishment. What the hell am I saying? Oh yeah, they fought nameless dudes, and now they were fighting Xayalaparo Grants. And I believe he was like number 8 Espada or something, which, I mean, it's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. It's not as impressive as number 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flexing on y'all, showing you my math skill. Get this to 70,000 likes. And part 6 will be out within a week. Hell yeah. But after they're fighting Xayalaparo for a while, they're getting completely bodied, but they get some hits in. They're like, oh, damn, we actually really injured him here. I think we crushed like half of his vital organs or whatever. Xayalaparo, the absolute mad lad, was like, yes, I actually let you crush my vital organs and stuff. And they're like, Nani? No, they weren't actually like,
what?
fighting in Bleach isn't that good. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm taking shots at Bleach. It's a genuinely good
It's
show.
good anyway.
Amazing art.
It needs
But
to come
the point
back.
is, he's like, I let you crush all of my vital organs and shiz, just so I could show you that I actually have doubles of all of my vital organs. And he proceeds to switch his vital organs with, like, other vital organs that he had, like, I don't know, in his back pocket or something. He's like, ta-da!
I'm slightly remembering this fight now, yeah, it's,
Not only that,
yeah.
until this point I wasn't even really fighting you at full strength. Because, as you can see, I have these two voodoo doll things, and in the voodoo dolls, of you, of course, there are vital organs. So if I crush the vital organs inside
In these voodoo
voodoo
dolls, they'll
it crushes
hurt you,
your
yeah.
vital
Yeah,
organs.
yeah.
Oh my god, how epic am I? So, Xayalaparo not playing all his cards right in the beginning, you know, letting himself get completely bad tattered, just so he could show them, not only do you have no chance of beating me at this level, not only do I have doubles for all
Most
of
of
my
the
vital
Espada were like that, though,
However,
weren't
I
they?
can also
Showing
defeat you
off,
by
like,
just crushing your vital
trying to show how
organs. I don't
powerful
know,
they
this
were
guy has,
before
like,
beating
a
their
vital
enemy.
organ fetish. I'm telling you, those words must have been said at least 4 dozen times over the span of one episode. And I mean, it kind of goes without saying that I have to mention how Pesce did a sick thing over here when he was fighting Xayalaparo, and he was like, hell yeah, I actually had a sword all along. And he grabs his penis, which is actually the hilt of his sword, and pulls the sword out. I don't know, this was one of the most inspiring scenes
It was
of all
so
of them.
bizarre.
And it is a level of Chad that we should all aspire to.
Yes,
But
yes it is.
Anyway, Xayalaparo had some pretty epic flexing right there. I have a few more from Bleach, but I'll save them for a future.
Sweet.
For example, a certain speech Kuratsuchi gave to Xayalaparo just an episode later. Max, Kaiba has a goddamn jet that looks like a
dragon.
blue-eyes white
Yeah,
dragon.
that's
That
pretty
is
cool.
completely unnecessary and a
Doesn't need
massive
to.
waste of money.
It
But
really
hell
is.
no, he's like, there are only 3 copies of the blue-eyes white dragon in the world, and I possess all of them, totally legally. It's not like Yugi's grandpa had one or something that I accidentally might have torn.
It was really...
And yes,
It is so
that punishment
unnecessary.
will completely be forgotten in future episodes. But I will prove to you all that I am superior, and I have these really epic cards that literally lose to Trap Hole, Kaiba, by modeling a jet plane after a blue-eyes white dragon. I mean, that's whole nother level of addict, but it's also a massive flex, so I give it a pass. One of the beauties of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when you're making your deck, your opponent does not know the combos that you have in there. That's why you have to have a side deck and whatever. I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Nerd here, so I'll talk for a minute.
I have
If
no
you
clue.
knew
Please
what your
explain.
opponent had in their deck, well then, it will be so easy to develop a counter-strategy to defeat them. So when Kaiba's about to enter a tournament, and someone's like, I wonder what kind of death Kaiba runs. What am I going to do to figure it out? This is very complicated. And then Kaiba lands in a blue-eyed white jet. Damn it, this is epic flexing of the highest magnitude. Jack Flags. Alexander Louis Armstrong from Furumetre Aurukimistu.
Oh, here we go.
As well as Furumetre Aurukimistu. Yes, I wanted an excuse to say both of them in the correct way. And if you don't pronounce them this way, well, then you're culturally appropriating Japan. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So
Don't do
the
that.
obvious flexing of Monsieur Alex Louis Armstrong is the literal flexing. The guy is always making
Yes,
muscles
he is. He's
to show
constantly
everyone else how
flexing his
inferior they are
muscles.
to him. No, it's to make them happier, because as he tells Edward, every time Edward gets hospitalized, and Edward gets hospitalized
A lot.
Oh, I know exactly what will make you feel better. If you glance at this glorious physique, all your wounds will be healed in no time. As he
So
makes
true.
like 45 poses, just of course, not to flex, but to heal Edward Elric. What an absolute selfless Chad that Alex is. But
Yes, he
that is
is.
not nearly the level of flexing that I would like to discuss. He also has these cool little twinkly things that appear next to him every time he takes his shirt off, and he takes his shirt off a hell of a lot.
Yes, he
I mean,
does.
No matter where
Yes,
he
he
is,
does.
no matter what he's doing, you can expect this bastard to take his shirt off almost as much as Captain Kirk from the original Star Trek. For those of you who don't know the plot of the original Star Trek, I'm going to spoil the entire series for you right
My
now.
God.
They reach an alien planet. They're like, okay, let's send these two red shirts that aren't main characters to scout. Both of them
They'll die.
So Kirk goes down himself, Kirk being the captain. Kirk then sees an alien, sees a hot alien whammon, gets it on with the hot alien whammon.
Hell yes.
The alien comes to kill him. He takes his shirt off and beats up the alien. There, spoiled the entire Star Trek for you. I'm sorry, fam. But Alex Louis Armstrong takes his shirt off even more than Captain Kirk, and he doesn't even do it to fight aliens. He does it whenever he possibly can. Is someone having a bad day? Well, then let's take our shirt off and give him a hug. Yes, that is the completely appropriate force of action, Alex. Very cool. But aside from the taking the shirt off, aside from the constant literal flexing, aside from the twinkling sparkle thingies that travel around with him everywhere, that would make cosplaying him truly difficult.
It would be
Alex
hard, wouldn't it?
Louis
Yeah.
Armstrong, when he fights, has a very distinct alchemy. His alchemy controls stones, right? He can master the shapes of stones to fire them like spears at his opponents. But what is truly beautiful about this is that he not only fires stones as
he can
projectiles at
turn
his
things to
adversaries,
look like him.
but he also carves them to the shape of his face. Now that is next level
Brilliant.
of absolute mad.
Your weapon now looks
That's
like you.
levels of absolute mad Chad. Yeah, that wasn't cringe. I'm sorry, I just think it's inspiring. Once you're shooting projectiles at your opponent to kill them, at least let them glance at something of massive glory and beauty physique while they're getting pummeled to their death. Respect, Alex. Very cool. No offense,
Thank
your
you.
sister has better flexes, and we'll be talking about them in a future video. After all, the power of flexing has been passed down the Armstrong lines for generations. Next flex. In Fate Zero, we have a
Ooh.
certain moment that is one of my favorites.
Oh,
in
the Three
series.
Kings.
It's the Banquet of the Kings.
Yeah.
It's where Ryder, the King of Conquerors, Saber, the King of Knights, and
And Gilgamesh,
the King of Heroes, are all dining together in
Brilliant.
peace, even though they're supposed to be killing
They're meant
each
to be
other.
murdering
because
each other.
Fate Zero is a massive battle royale. It's like Fortnite, but with like ancient wizard monsters.
It's exactly
Okay,
that.
It's a lot better than that. I'm sorry if that turned you off of the series. I promise.
It's so good.
fantastic. And even though they're supposed to be killing each other, they are having a noble banquet. They are discussing their individual philosophies of what makes a king. In case I haven't made it clear enough by the fact that Fate Zero is one of my 5 favorite anime of all time.
It's amazing.
Fate Zero is one of my 5 favorite anime of all time, and you should all watch it. It's only like 24, 25 episodes. Damn, you're killing yourselves if you're not seeing it. It's a masterpiece. I try to recommend at least one anime for all these flexing videos, and guys, please watch Fate Zero. But during this epic banquet, while they're discussing each other's philosophies and what makes a king, Iskander wants to prove to Saber exactly what it is that makes him a king, and why his vision is far clearer than hers. So, while they're drinking from this massive keg of wine, they get attacked by Assassin, a different servant, attempting to assassinate them. You know,
Yeah.
living up to his reputation.
Like an assassin
Being that
would.
This is a
It's in
game
the name.
of tactics as well as a game of might. No servant wants to reveal to the others exactly
What their power
noble
is.
phantasm
Yeah.
or their one unique ability truly is. Because, you know, element of surprise and shiz.
And the
If you come up
rider.
to your opponent and you know what he's doing, you kind of know how to defeat him already. And despite all this, Iskander, the king of conquerors, flexes on everyone. Where when Assassin attacks them, and Assassin's ability is that he's like 50 guys, Ryder says to him, "Oh, come, join our banquet. This wine is like your blood." And then Assassin throws a knife at the keg of wine and it splashes everywhere. And then Iskander says, "Well, I did say say this wine is like your blood. So if you want it spilled, then so
be it.
Let
Yeah,
me show
just
you what it means to be a king. This is done not as a flex and not as malice, just to show her exactly what his core philosophy is. And his philosophy is to believe in his men, and his men will believe in him. He will build up his army morally, and in turn, this bond will create a far more powerful rule than anything else.
Yeah.
And then, even though he probably did not need to at this point, he used his noble phantasm, Ionian Heityroi, the ability to transfer everyone within a certain range into an alternate world.
What's the thing called? It's like a something bubble, isn't it? Or something like that.
Iskander, the king of conquerors, and his endless.
They just march.
It is
just kill them all.
Overpowered abilities, and it brings tears to my eyes when you see Iskander standing tall and an endless army behind him,
just
all
going
loving
forwards
him and cheering his name.
It's amazing.
Where you can see that this is a bond created between every single one of them on an individual level. And Iskander doesn't turn them on Saber, despite the fact that he has a limited amount of times he can use this power.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But instead, in order to show her what it means to be a king, he attacks Assassin. 50 some odd dudes that are standing in the middle of the desert, while he has an endless army, and he leads the charge to destroy them.
This is what it's like to be a king.
This is the moment where Assassin meets his fate, and this is the moment where Saber falls into massive dismay. A rider teaches her what it means to be a king. The charisma of this absolute Chad is unrivaled, and this flex on Assassin as well as on Saber,
it's incredible.
Low key on Gilgamesh, was mind-bogglingly epic. This holds weight for thematic reasons as well as on a very ideological level, but on the base viewing, the flex was massive. After he defeats his adversaries, he cheers, and all of his men cheer as well. Victory in battle. And it's this love and bond between him and his men that he uses to flex on Saber.
So freaking awesome.
Because it was like 50 dudes in the desert up against an endless army.
Oh, man, yeah.
Damn it,
Take it.
So in my last Epic Flexes video, I talked about a certain someone from Kuroko no Basket, a basketball anime. And despite the fact that Akashi does have some of the biggest flexes in the game, y'all wanted me to talk about a different moment in Kuroko no Basket. And low-key, it destroys what I was talking about. I totally forgot about this until you mentioned it, but I rewatched it, and it blew my mind once again. So, the story takes place after the Generation of Miracles. These 5 or 6 strongest players in the country split up teams in order to have more challenges or whatever. And since this took place before, it was when the entire Generation of Miracles were on the same team. And they were just getting bored. They far outclassed every single one of their opponents. They annihilated them to the point that their opponents did not even want to play this sport that they gave thousands of hours of their life to. There is no coming back from a defeat from the Generation of Miracles. And the Generation of Miracles themselves, mentally, were not in a good place. They were not enjoying basketball anymore. They had no one that could stand up to them. So, in this one fight, I say fight because it's shonen anime, and in shonen anime, card games can be a fight, and so can basketball.
Yes, it's true. Anything could be a fight if you make it epic.
Shippuden freaking basketball game in shonen sports anime. Not exactly saying they're on the same level, because Naruto Shippuden doesn't stand a chance, boy! Okay, I'm sorry, I just had to say that for emphasis. But in this match, they scored some points. They clearly weren't trying. And in fact, they were even giving away the ball at stupid occasions during this basketball game. And their opponents were trying really hard, and they ended up winning. Hip hip hooray! But they won 111 to 11. They wanted to win where the scoreboard would just be ones. So they would give away just enough points for their opponents to get exactly 11 points off. And they were holding back from scoring too much because they wanted it to be exactly 111 to 11. Now, that is not one of the best flexes and most badass things ever. I don't know what is. Building up their opponents, that they were actually getting points, and then finalizing to realize exactly what was going on.
Wow.
Soul crushing. And Whammon and Gentle Whammon, that's why it made it to this list of biggest flexes in Anime 5.
That's class.
Flex. Gearless Joe from Megalobox.
Oh, Megalobox.
So Gearless Joe wanted to make a name for himself when he was entering the tournament because he was a fighter that no one knew about. And in this world,
they
where
all wear
boxing
mechanical
anime, everyone has
boxing
like this
things.
crazy gear that they wear to completely beat
But
the lights out of their opponents.
doesn't.
Honestly, boxers have enough brain damage. You don't need to give them miniature mechs to completely pummel the sense out of everyone. I'm sorry, my personal hot take, but Joe, in the beginning inadvertently, but then realizes this is a great way to make a name for himself, enters these epic tournaments, fighting these opponents with massive gear that makes their punches goddamn torpedoes without gear. He then gets the name Gearless Joe because he's fighting everyone with mechs without a mech. This is also my second favorite anime of the last year.
It was so good.
So I highly suggest you check it out if you didn't. It's only like 12, 13
Yes, 13 episodes, I think,
development is great.
It's incredible.
The fights are stellar. Next flex! This one comes from one of my patrons, Overlord Joestar, that he recommended to me on my Discord server that is open to all patrons. If you're interested, feel free to become a patron. Link in the description.
What
But
is
he
this?
mentioned a certain flex from Air Gear, and while I've never seen Air Gear, it's an anime based around rollerblades that are basically foot cars. And with these foot cars, I looked up some clips and whatever, you can do pretty awesome shiz. I mean, you can fly around. It's like, it's almost like it's an anime or something.
My
I mean,
God.
This is something that only would exist in anime. So now you have a dude named Onigiri, which is actually surprisingly named after Zoro from One Piece's epic sword attack, Onigiri. And this mad lad has rollerblades, and of course, being that this anime has that one quirk, being rollerblades, that is literally everyone's life, just like in basketball anime.
Of course.
Basketball is literally the most important
Like in
thing ever.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
You know,
Card games
anime.
like that.
So this
It's like-
dude flexes on the competition by riding around upside down with this rollerblade thing on his head. His peak flexing. And in essence, according to Overlord Joestar, the series is mostly about who can flex better with these rollerblade things.
Oh.
So I'd say this is a pretty epic flex. I'm a little biased towards, you know, my other 7 flexes over this one. But this actually looked pretty cool, and I may be checking Air Gear out to see exactly what I'm missing. Actually looks kind of fun. Well, in any
There we
case,
go.
thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Link in the description, as I've mentioned, to my Patreon. Feel free to pledge there. To my Twitter, feel free to follow me there. And to my Twitch.
I definitely recommend
also feel free
following
to
him
follow
on
me there
Twitch.
for epic streams
And
that
click the
may
link in the
happen
description
eventually
to
that I am
slap
actually
that
hoping
like
will
on that
happen
original
soon.
video.
Remember, 70,000 likes! And Biggest Flexes in Anime 6 will be out within a week. As I've mentioned, this is probably the most fun I've
It's
ever
awesome.
had with
These-
the series of
these are
YouTube
so
videos
good.
I've been making. Flexing is one of the peak badass cliches in anime, and I can't get enough of it. Feel free to let me know your favorite flexes in the comments below to perhaps feature them on future Anime Flex videos. That is, if the fan base can flex on me again and get this to 70,000 likes, eliminating my sleep schedule for good. That
Do
would be
it.
very cool, very
Slap
cool.
that like.
So with that said, have yourselves the most wonderful evening, and remember to
Stay weird, fam. Boss. Absolutely boss. It makes me feel like I should have stayed watching Fairy Tail when I did. The Bleach Flex was cool. I forgot about that fight. He pooped on Renji, and I like Renji, so I'm not a fan of that. And yeah, cool. Click the link in the description down below and get those likes in the original video, and we'll have Biggest Anime Flexes 6. That'd be awesome. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch or discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys. See you guys next time. Bye.